Hi, everyone. Pleasure to meet you, at least from up here. My name is Cody James. I'm the founder and CEO here at OpenX. We are working on building better products for education and training, specifically for technical skills. Now, I know when I say education and training, that's generally not a cool thing. And I don't come from particularly an education background. I come from aerospace originally. But there's a story that's always stood out to me, which is that of Willow Run up in Michigan. Pre-World War II, we all heard the stories of America's industrial might during World War II and leading up to it. But this one in particular, I really love. So essentially, we had this massive plot of land, no particular workforce around it, and the president went to Henry Ford and a few aerospace leaders and asked them to turn that plot of land into an aircraft factory. They took this idea of Willow Run, and within that same year, they were able to be producing what would become one of the most produced aircraft of all time, the B-24 Liberator. They were building one unit every hour with a completely untrained workforce of really like young American adults that worked in farming and agriculture nearby. So they trained over 40,000 people how to build aircraft, lightning speed, 6 months, 40,000. Then we look to today, and less than 1% of American tertiary or university community college focus on manufacturing. And even in that less than 1%, the graduation rates per average college are in the hundreds, certainly not the tens of thousands, and that's hundreds annually. So I look back at this story and I just think, how does America today, with our fourth largest GDP driver being industrials and manufacturing, not have a great infrastructure for training up a new generation of builders, really? We look at like the products that we have today. This is nearly as 3/4 of a century later, and you'd expect if we can solve problems like that back then, well, the tech must be amazing, in 2020 or in 2025. But we look around and it's like LinkedIn Learning or another LMS, but don't worry, this one has AI in it or anything else, and it's just exhausting, right? Like, raise your hand here if you felt a LMS or LinkedIn Learning has made a genuine impact on your performance or ability to do your job. For those that can't see, no one is raising their hand, right? We all feel the same way. It gets even worse. These screenshots, anybody who's done the cyber awareness training will really love those. This is Jeff. But this is a several $100 million training program that's mandatory requirement every year for someone in the service. And it is awful. It is really bad. Don't worry, that was also replaced by another several $100 million training program, which is about the same in terms of quality under CyberTrident, just being honest. So OpenX is building products both on the software and the hardware side to help improve that ecosystem. What I showed you a video of at the beginning was a product we just launched 6 months ago. Today, actually, I was just checking the dates. Today marks 5 years that we've worked with the Department of Defense. But about 6 months ago, we launched CoLab, which is the physical embodiment of a software ecosystem that we've made to help our warfighter in readiness. So CoLab is a mobile, instant deployed training lab for rapid prototyping or reverse engineering. We built it around a 20-foot ISO container. You can put it up and place it anywhere around the world and instantly, with no specialized people in your unit, be able to have internet, full power, an ecosystem. It's completely insulated, sound deadened, and everything. And inside of this unit, you go forward, excuse me, a bit out of order here, but inside of the unit, you have a series of different pieces of equipment that will help you perform a certain task. We were recently awarded for developing the new SUAS, or Small Unmanned Aerial Systems contract, under Combat Air Power for All, CA3. And we use these as forward deployed rapid prototyping and skill training labs to allow airmen to deploy small drones, fly them from an operating center, train up on them, and more. Today, these collab units over the last 6 months, but today they are actually selected and being brought to program of record. We are shipping more than we really would have thought 6 months into the program, so much so that we're all very exhausted, and I'm sure you'll see that as we talk after this, but we're very, very tired. In here, we have an interagency BPA, or blanket purchase agreement. That allows us to procure this almost instantly to any group across the US government. So if you're in the Navy or if you're in the Air Force or Army, we can get you on a Form 9, deploy it to your group within, I think we're averaging about 2 weeks right now. Downloads to any United States base with your standard 10K forklift, fully modular. And as of this week, we actually got our TTAC codes, so we're able to help coordinate with the Air Force cargo logistics in case we want to C-17 it to you. Now in Collab, in the physical embodiment, and I'm skipping one of the videos that gave you this walkthrough for time, but inside of there you have all of your standard tools, but I don't want to make those the main point of it. So naturally you'll have your LMS, it will have a co-pilot aspect to it, taking in any of the manuals of the specific equipment you're working with. We partner with OEMs, a handful of the companies that are up here, their products are already in the platform. So you can go into it, pull open a 3D model, which is in the bottom right there, bottom left. You have a co-pilot tool so you can ask questions to the manual. But again, I don't want to make this, another hype product about AI or something. I'm just showing it for utility. But all of these different tools, which can independently exist across different groups, are housed inside of Collab. So as you bring it out to a specific use case, you're instantly ready to go and all your bases are covered. To date, over the last 5 years, we've taken one SBIR program back in 2020 to phase 3 in 12 months, frankly having no clue what we're doing. We then took that to now over 40 phase 3s. I haven't checked the most recent ones with how crazy it's been in the last month, but I reckon we're coming up over 50, and we're making quite an impact. Now, back to the original first few slides, our mission is to build better products and better tools to accelerate America's skilled workforce, and at the same time, help warfighter readiness with those better products. So on the private side, on the industrial-based side, we've now contributed to over $300 million in United States manufacturing salaries. On the warfighter and readiness side, we're seeing more units with better readiness and less time wasted sitting behind a screen with Jeff and Tina telling them the same message, but in their domain of what they're focused on. So as we progress, and what you'll see with OpenX if you follow along are just a series of additional products that build up this overall ecosystem. Collab being one of them, the most recent one. As I showed you, the training platform, industry AI, AR, machine support, and more. All are different components that you can use in different use cases. And for example, the industry AI program is one being deployed across all Air Force depots right now. So they're able to take their CNC machines out on the floor. They can actually pull a 3D model in our platform, ask questions to it, and get a troubleshot answer or be able to get someone operating the machine quicker. This is overall OpenX, and I appreciate you guys' time. Since we have 30 seconds here, we're going to take 1 second and see if this works. It's kind of like the, is it John O'Reilly, the F it, we'll do it live kind of thing. We're going to open up our platform here. This is what it looks like. We have all of the standard security things. I can get you guys the full list on that if you didn't see it in the slides. But in our platform, you can deploy it anywhere. It's simple through web browser, but it's GovCloud based. You're able to host and use all of our different systems on any piece of technology. For example, Neros came up here earlier with small unmanned aerial systems. We're able to take one of their drones, and we can just hit disassembly, you can inspect individual components of it, understand how this works without sitting through a very boring training program. So, thank you all. We appreciate it. And I'll be around, albeit bags under my eyes, if anyone wants to talk or learn more, but thank you all for your time. Appreciate it.